And we want to welcome a new sponsor to the Main Street Moments and Beyond podcast, Ian, the travel agent. Ian is our personal travel agent. He has booked many trips for us. We've been working with him for years. He's a good friend of ours. You can reach him at 561-244-5779. 561-244-5779. He's a great guy. He's an official Disney travel agent. He can book cruises, trips to the parks. He knows anything and everything. And I got to tell you, Ian knows more about Star Wars than anybody I've ever met in my entire life. Okay, so if you love Star Wars, you definitely want to call Ian. He's amazing. 561-244-5779. Again, he's an official Disney travel agent. He can help you with cruises, the parks, anything. Give him a call today. Hey guys, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Main Street Moments and Beyond podcast. This is Kathy.
And Brian.
And today we beg the question, are there too many Disney vloggers? We're vloggers ourselves, and you may or may not know. And we started vlogging because we were watching Disney vloggers, and we love Disney World. And Brian's like, I want to do that. That looks like a lot of fun. We go to Disney. We weren't going too much, but he's like, we can go to Disney more.
Yeah.
It's something we can do as a family. And we really got excited about it. We've been doing it for almost 2 years, and it's a lot of fun. And I have to say, it's really been an amazing experience for our family, with you and Emily doing it together and all of us. And it's a lot of fun. And we have branched out and we do vlogs on other things now, like shopping vlogs, which is a lot of fun too.
Well, you know what? The way we discovered vloggers is we had not been, even though we live in Florida, we had not gone to Walt Disney World for quite a while for whatever reason. And we had planned a big trip to go back to Walt Disney World for the first time in a long time.
Right.
And we wanted to see what kind of things had changed up there. So we just went on YouTube and typed in Walt Disney World updates or something like that. I don't know the exact phrase. And the first one that we discovered was Justin Scard.
Even though he was doing mostly Disneyland.
Yeah, that's right.
But he does do some Disney World.
But at the time, he had done a whole bunch of Disney World stuff.
Right.
And also, I think Michael K. were the first two that we found. And we went and took our trip, and
then we started watching all of them. We found
everyone.
We got recommendations for everybody. Adam the Woo, Tim Tracker, everybody.
I hate to even mention names because we'll leave people out, but
a lot.
We watch a lot of vloggers, and a lot of them are our friends, right? A lot of them are friends.
Yeah, we've met a lot.
And our vlogging is, I'm very, very busy, so I'm not a full-time vlogger, but vlogging kind of for us, I think, is more like home movies. Like, as we go up there when we can.
It's like a hobby.
And it's a hobby. And I go up by myself a lot, but I go up once a month usually, but sometimes 2 or 3 times a month. But I try to go at least once a month to Walt Disney World. And when I'm there, I'll vlog.
Right.
And, when we talk about too many vloggers, I tell you, 2 things happened this week. Okay. This week is the opening of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Yeah.
And a couple things happened. I was watching A Burger with Everything.
Yeah.
And she's got a great vlog. She did 2 vlogs this week. Okay. The first one was a home live stream she did. This is A Burger with Everything. And she said that she's going to start doing some things other than Disney because she can't keep up with all the vloggers that are covering everything all the time. And then she did a vlog from Mickey's Runaway Railway on the first day. And she started the vlog. I'll get the number wrong because she said this very high number, but she says, I'm here with the other 900 and some odd, however many vloggers covering the exact same thing.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
From my own unique perspective. It just as everybody says that.
Well, I talked to her about this through messaging.
Yeah.
And I told her, because she's been talking about it, and I was in one of her live streams, and she was talking about how, she's going to the park so much, but she's not getting as many views as she was hoping, and this and that, which happens to all vloggers. Okay.
Yeah.
The people that get the big numbers, for the most part, are people that have been there for like 5 years. I mean, Michael K's been on there for over 5 years.
Yeah.
Adam the Woo, Tim Tracker, they've been on like 10. It takes time.
Yeah. And when
we've been on there a year and a half.
And when
excuse me.
And when the Tim Tracker and Justin Scard began doing the theme parks, and Adam the Woo,
There was
There
very
really
few.
no one else was really
No.
doing it as for the most
Right,
part.
that's true. So
So
there's a lot more vloggers on the
yeah,
platform.
so I was, I was watching when I saw A Burger with Everything. I'm here with the other 974, but from my own unique
Yeah,
perspective,
that's
which
funny.
everyone says. It's okay. What's going on here is there's a lot of new things happening at Walt Disney World. So many things opening, right?
Yeah.
The Runaway, Rise of the Resistance, Toy Story a while back. So there's a lot of new things happening all the time at Walt Disney World now. So the vloggers want to be there on opening day. And I was going to go opening day at the railway, but I was a little busy with work this week with my regular job, so I didn't take off to go because I was in the middle of the week. And I was going to go today, but I'm also busy working today, even though it's Saturday. So I'll go up when I can. I did go to the opening uh, Star Wars Land,
Mm-hmm. Galaxy's Edge.
Galaxy's
Yeah.
Edge. I forgot the name.
Yeah.
I went to the opening of Galaxy's Edge here in Florida because I saw Star Wars in the theater in '77. I'm a huge fan, and I wanted to experience that. But Rise of the Resistance, I didn't get up there for
Yeah.
weeks, if not a couple of months. So this is what I was noticing. Two things happened on top of Burger with Everything. I was watching a lot of the vlogs because we all of our friends and vloggers that we don't know that we watch. I'm watching all their vlogs on the Mickey's Runaway Railway, and these vloggers. Every time I'm watching a vlogger up there this week, they're either uh, paired up and doing a collaboration with another vlogger. They bump into somebody.
Right.
Like I'm watching Adam the Woo, and he's running into like 5 people, and
Yeah,
or
they're all there.
or I'm watching a vlog or a live stream, and I'm seeing in the background 3, 4, 5 other vloggers walk by that are doing their thing with their
Right.
camera.
It's funny.
And I exactly. And there's a funny thing. This was with Galaxy's Edge at Anaheim. And I think it's Justin Scard's video that this was in. And Justin Scard and Adam the Woo, it's opening day, Galaxy's Edge at Anaheim, which was before ours in Florida. And it's packed with people. They're almost all vloggers. Everyone's got their vlogging camera up.
Mhm.
And Justin Scard says to Adam the Woo, remember when it was just us?
Yeah.
And now everyone's a vlogger.
Yeah.
So I think what A Burger with Everything was talking about is it's very difficult to keep up because there are so many people that live in Orlando, that are moving to Orlando, that are going there every single day. And how many times can you watch someone's vlog on Mickey's Runaway Railway?
Well, yeah, I mean, she lives about she told me she lives like 45 minutes from the park. She lives in Orlando.
Yeah.
But Orlando's a huge city. So she, lives a little further away. And her issue was, like I said, she was like, been on for a while and, she works full time. A lot of vloggers don't have regular jobs. Like they just vlog full time. So they
Yeah.
have a very lax schedule.
They're living the dream.
So she has a job like you do. And so she has to go after work on the
Yeah.
weekends on top of a regular job. And that's difficult, and have a personal life and all this. So it's a little more difficult for a vlogger in her situation like us, where we have, you work full time and you work a lot and we live 3 hours away. So she's closer in proximity, but she was feeling frustrated. And this isn't anything she hasn't said on her own live stream. So I'm not like speaking for her, that she was just frustrated because she's doing all this stuff and other people that are vlogging the same things are getting more views and whatever. So what she's doing, which I think is a great idea, is she is going to other places and vlogging other things around Florida and doing other things, which I think is a great idea because, Disney is, shall I say it, maybe a little oversaturated with vloggers. Is that even possible to say? Even though we are part of the saturation
Yeah.
on a small scale. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you think
Yeah.
there are too many vloggers? Now, I will say this. When you're a vlogger, you're going to feel the pinch more than somebody who watches vlogs. Okay? Because when
What do
you
you
watch,
mean?
well, when you watch vlogs only, you can watch as many as you want. You can subscribe to as many
Yeah.
channels as you want, and you
Yeah.
can watch vlogs all day long and whenever you want to. But when you're a vlogger, having a lot of Disney vloggers in the same field is going to affect you. It's not going to affect a viewer as much as it's going to affect a vlogger.
Well, okay.
Because
yes.
it is a little
Yeah,
more,
okay.
it just adds more people
There's-
into the soup
Here's the thing about
or whatever you want to call it.
Here's
You
the
know
thing
what I'm
about
saying?
vlogging. We vlog for fun.
Right.
And it is a hobby.
It's not a job.
And I know a lot of people out there that live in the dream. They're doing this full time, and that's I'm a broadcaster, and I'm a full time my entire life. I've been in broadcasting almost 30 years.
Yeah.
And
Since you were 20.
this is vlogging's kind of like broadcasting, but it's something I do for fun. But I was thinking about, I was going to go up today, and I didn't, to ride Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and what happened was, that got me thinking about this topic we're talking about was a burger with everything, because I thought it was so funny.
By the way, she's a great YouTuber. And
I don't know. Yeah, she's very good.
You should subscribe.
I don't know her, never met her, but she's very
really
funny.
fantastic.
She's very funny.
Yeah.
When she said, "I'm here with the other 974 other vloggers covering the exact same thing,"
and you know what?
She
is our daughter's favorite vlogger.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, she's Emily's.
We're
favorite.
not our daughter's favorite vloggers.
No.
Oh well.
Christina's.
Okay. So anyway, I typed in on YouTube Mickey's Runaway Railway opening day. I must have seen 20 plus vloggers with channels that I've never heard of before that all are doing this, on top of, I don't know, the couple of dozen that I subscribe and follow to all the time. And I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't realize. And I just saw someone else on Diz Twitter who is another, they're a couple, they're moving to Orlando to vlog. And I don't remember what their channel name was. They don't have a lot of subscribers. They have maybe less than 2,000 subscribers, and they're moving there. And there's a lot of people doing what Michael K did. There's a lot of people that are moving to Orlando to vlog. And what you were saying, Kathy, is there is such thing as oversaturation. The vlogs that I watch people mostly because I'm a fan of them. Okay, you know what I mean? Like that crazy Disney lady. I hate to even name names because I'm going to leave somebody out and people will think they're slighted. Or, Adam the Woo is like, the guy, the one I want to meet that I haven't been able to meet. Everyone I watch, Veronica from One Man's One Dream, Victoria from England. What is her channel
Disney
called?
in Detail.
I watch people because I like them. I'm interested in them.
Right.
I don't watch the vlogs so much for information. I did the first,
but a lot of
in
people
the beginning.
do. But a lot of people do.
Well, like the WDW couple, they do a lot of like informational videos, and what they've been doing lately, they did one on the festival this month, which is Flower and Garden, and they did another one recently on Galaxy's Edge. WDW couple they look like they're done professional by Disney tourist videos.
Very good, Josh. You met him at Epcot.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy.
He really, I think he has a business now where he makes videos for people in the park. Like you can hire him. And it's funny because a couple months ago, I'd said to you, he's really good at making videos. He should let people hire him to make personal videos.
He does very good.
And he does it. So I guess he and I were thinking the same thing.
I started watching them when they had less than 2,000 subscribers. Yeah. When they really first started doing Disney, I started watching them. Yeah, they're huge. And
he really puts a lot of time into it, you can tell.
Yeah.
Into the technical quality.
And the video that he did these two videos he did for Galaxy's Edge and the one for the Flower and Garden, they are spectacular. They give you every bit of information you need to know about the topic, especially the Flower and Garden. I learned some things, and I go to all the festivals. You know what I mean? So there's two types of vloggers going on. There's the informational ones, right? Like WDW couple, the DFB food guide,
yeah,
the Disney food
yeah, they're
blog.
really good.
That's very good. WDW couple, they're very informational, and not that everyone's not informational, but then there's some like that crazy Disney lady, Resort TV One, that live stream. And it's like, okay, you guys watching at home, you're with me at the parks today, and it's that kind of thing. And then there's all the other vloggers that kind of do what we do, that just cover their day, what they did. This is what I did today.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But there seems to be when there's like the Runaway Railway opening this week. It kind of reminded me. Well, when I went to Galaxy's Edge, it was that way. I saw a lot of vloggers that day, and when Toy Story Land opened, it was the same thing. I'd see in the background all these vloggers, but there's going to be things opening up and happening constantly at Walt Disney World now. Tron, Tomorrowland's getting a whole facelift. There's so much new happening all the time.
Well, the thing is, and you were, like you said, you were going to go up to the railway on opening day, but then you couldn't because of work. And then you thought, well, maybe I'll go up this weekend, and you have to work. Brian works a lot.
Yeah.
So I said to you, you know what? don't worry about getting the railway ride. There's like 30 videos now, and that's how it is. I'm like, I mean, how many do we need here on YouTube? It's all the same thing. It's the same. It's the ride, and then people talking about the ride. I mean, you're gonna go on the ride, and when we get there eventually, but when you don't live there, it's hard to race to get there to get like a lot of YouTubers fall in the trap. And I know Sean Negro Orlando has talked about this on his Twitter. He's got a funny Twitter, and he said all these vloggers are racing to be the first ones to get it up.
It's crazy
because a lot of vloggers, they want the views. I mean, that's their main motivation, is the views, and getting the most views and getting the first video up, being the first ones. And I think it's easy to fall into that trap. That's a trap we can't get into because we don't have the luxury of living there. But when you live there, I would imagine that's an easy trap to get into if you don't have like media access where you can get to something the day ahead of time, like Tim Tracker does, where he gets like the media pass. And I don't know if he got to go on the ride early, but he gets to see the merch and all this stuff. So they get way ahead of everybody. But you know, he's got over almost 800,000 subs, so nobody's really at that level. But you know, everybody gets there first thing, you know, to get that video up. That's a huge thing. That's a huge motivating factor. Is that a mistake? Should people not be driven by that? Should they? Because, and they could sit there and say, well, that's not really why I'm doing it. Really? That is why you're doing it.
We all want
views.
It's obvious. I mean, we want views too.
Let's be honest about it. If it really wasn't why you were there, then you wouldn't be there on opening day trying to get your video up like everybody else as fast as possible. The same day. Exactly. You would go do something else. And you know
what though? There's some of the vloggers, Tim Tracker, Prince Charming Dev, WDW couple. There's a handful of vloggers. Michael K just got this. They got the media access now, and what happens is they go like with the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. There was a media event that a lot of vloggers got to go to the day before. It was actually 2 days before. It was a 2-day event. They got to ride the ride and all this stuff. I don't really enjoy those as much as the day the ride's open because everything's embargoed, which means they can't show the ride. They can show you some of the merch, but we were watching, I think it was Big Fat Panda, who's an excellent, I like Big Fat Panda. He's pretty cool. Big Fat Panda was at the media event. That's the name of his channel. And
yeah, that's not what we call him.
Yeah, he was.
That's what he calls himself.
He's a great.
Which is a great name.
He's a great guy. He was showing the merchandise at the media event, and it looked like he was like in a kitchen at one of the resorts, and it was like on a stand in the background.
No, he had a Disney employee.
Well, who was part of the media thing shown, but it was like in a kitchen somewhere.
It was very cool.
I like better the opening day and the days after than the pre. Like I was watching a lot of vloggers. A lot of the vloggers, the ones I mentioned and a few others, got media passes to right before the Food and Wine Festival this year, or it might have been the art. I think it was Food and Wine, and they were in a tent and they got to see the foods and the merch. I'm like, that's not the same thing. I like it better when they're at the festival. I really don't enjoy the media stuff unless they're in the park.
I disagree.
They can show you stuff.
I like the preview, but I'm really into the merch. I'm not into the food as much, and there's a lot of vloggers, I won't mention names or anything, that really are into the food and that's their thing. And I don't personally watch those videos as much because that's just, I don't eat in the park. It's interesting, but when it's heavy on food, like one thing after another or one video after another, it's not that they're bad, they're very good, but that's just not my thing. I'm more into the merchandising. I love shopping vlogs. I love if somebody goes and vlogs what's at the Emporium and shows the new merch, that's my thing. That you know, because I like to shop, and I like to see all the new stuff that's coming in. I'm not into food at the park at all. I rarely eat in the park. I don't like the park food that much.
You know, it's just the thing about vlogging is because there's a lot of things in Orlando theme park wise. There's 2 parks at Universal Studios. There's soon to be a third Universal park. You know,
there's a lot to see in Florida.
I recently watched a really good vlog that was a couple years old with the Tim Tracker and Adam the Woo at the Holy Land Experience, which I kind of forgotten was even there.
Yeah, we need to go there.
You know, Rick Flicks does a very good YouTube channel, and it's mostly Universal related, Universal Islands of Adventure.
I'd like to see him do other things.
He was at he was at the opening day of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. He does do some things at Disney, but I think he doesn't really. To me, when I watch Rick Flicks, he's kind of he looks out of place at the Disney parks. I love Rick Flicks. I subscribe.
Maybe because he's
I
wearing
watch
a
all them
Hufflepuff T-shirt
most of the time. His yellow Hufflepuff shirt.
Yeah, maybe that's why.
But he's
awesome.
Rick Flicks has pretty much a monopoly on Universal Studios.
He is the
and Islands of Adventure
go-to guy, and he gives. I don't know how he comes up with his topics, but he's got really good topics, and every time he's got a new take on it.
Well, you know what's amazing about Rick Flicks? He's got
good.
a great vlog. You guys how does he spell his first name? Because it's spelled
Rixflix.
Yeah, he's really good. Him and his wife, Nikki, they do great vlogs at Universal Studios.
Nice
and
people.
Those parks are, other vloggers go there. Everyone does Halloween Horror Nights, but he's there all year. And those Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios are small parks, and Universal is not vlogger friendly like Disney. They don't let you film on the rides.
No.
So Rick Flicks, he's at the park several times a week. He always has great content. It's never boring. I don't find it repetitive, but I would say 95%, probably more of what he does is all at Universal Studios Islands of Adventure. Now, when they get the new park, and a lot of vloggers don't go over there because of the filming restrictions at Universal.
Plus, they don't have as much new things like Disney.
Well, they used
Disney every day. It's like they got a new.
Well, they have a whole new park coming,
or new this. I don't know if Universal brings in the new stuff as much as Disney.
Not since Diagon Alley, but.
Well, Hagrid's Ride.
Hagrid's. Okay, that was a big thing for a while, but you couldn't film on Hagrid's. Right. So a lot of the Disney vloggers, I think there's a couple things involved. I think a lot of the most of the vloggers will stop by the Universal parks on occasion, but they don't really go there very often for two reasons. Probably one, you can't film on the rides, which is a severe disadvantage. Number two, you can't. They're probably bigger fans of Disney, and there's more. When the third park opens up for Universal, everyone's going to descend on it. It's going to be like Galaxy's Edge. All the vloggers are going to
You mean the one with the Nintendo?
Whatever they're going to have. Yeah, there's a third Universal park being built right now that's off-site from the other two parks down the street. And that's going to be huge. So the question I guess we're asking is there an oversaturation going on? Well, you know what?
Plus
at Disney.
Right. Are there too many Disney vloggers? Plus, how do you guys feel when there's like a video up of the same exact topic and there's like 40 of them, like that day or within those 2 days, like the railway ride, when there's a new ride? How do you guys feel when 30 vloggers or even more put up a POV or talk about it? And, and we've done this too. We've, like you said, you went to Smuggler's Run. And so I'm not saying we don't do this. But how many of you, what do you guys feel about that? Do you think it's like, oh God, again, can we do something different? Do you have to be like everybody else? Or does it not bother you at all? I'm really curious to know what you guys think about it. Because it doesn't matter what we think. I mean, we're vloggers.
Well,
I want your opinion.
I don't think there's too many vloggers, but it depends on it depends on a couple of things.
Are they doing the same content too much?
Okay. There's two different perspectives on vlogging at Disney. The perspective of people who watch vlogs on YouTube and the perspective of the vloggers. From people who watch, it depends on what you watch for. I watch Disney vloggers because I love Disney and I've gotten into the personalities of the different people, and I watch vlogs more than I watch television a lot of times, or things on live. Instead of binge watching something on Hulu or Netflix, I'll binge watch vloggers, and I kind of like it because when you watch vloggers, most vlogs are 20 minutes or so for the most part, on average about 20 minutes, so you're not like wrapped into a long.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
That's from the viewer point.
Okay, so hold on. Yeah. So say you watch for the vlogger. So if you have 10 vloggers you really, really like, are you going to watch all 10 Mickey Railway POVs of every 10 vloggers, or are you going to watch 2 or 3?
I have watched Burger with Everything. I watched Adam the Woo. I watched Paige and Mr. Morrow, and I think I stopped at that. And that for the Mickey's Runaway Railway. I'm sorry to my people there, but I mean, how many times
exactly
can I watch people? Oh no, and I did watch Rick Flicks.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If all the vloggers do the same thing, are people avoiding your vlogs? Are people not watching your vlogs because after 3 or 4 they're like, I don't want to watch anymore?
Yeah.
So as a vlogger, is it detrimental for you
Yeah.
to jump on the bandwagon and record what everybody else is recording?
Well,
because there might be a chance, you know what, by
yeah.
the time they get to the third or fourth video in their line of favorite vloggers, they might be like, I don't want to watch anymore.
So
maybe it's not a good idea.
From the viewer viewpoint, there's two perspectives that I can think of. Maybe there's more.
Wait, you said watch for the vlogger.
Okay, so that's one. One is watching for the vlogger themselves because you're a fan of theirs, right? Like you're like a television show. The second one is, are you watching for information only? Because I think a lot of people
can't be both.
A lot of people, I think, okay, what's going on here? What's going on at the festival? Oh, WDW couple had this great video, the one I was just telling you about, this great new vlog. You go watch that. You get all the information on what to do and how to do it at the Flower and Garden Festival at Epcot. From, you know what I mean? So there's two different types of people, I think, for the most part. Yeah. You're watching either for information or because you're a big fan of the vlogs. I think people that are big vlogger fans of multiple vlogs, you watch so many vlogs, you know what's going on. You don't need the information. I think the information is more for tourists that get there infrequently. Now, from the vlogger perspective, I think there are two types of vloggers, okay? There's a little crossover between some of them. Mm-hmm. There's vloggers that do like we do, a hobby. We enjoy going, so we vlog while we're there. Not that we don't want views and subs. We all want subs and views, but we're doing it for fun. And then there are a lot of people that are either doing it for a living, vlogging, or trying to do it for a living. Mm-hmm. And, you know, and I understand that, you know, when I started out in
YouTube can be very lucrative.
You can make a lot of money. And, you know, before I got into broadcasting, I was a fan. And I work in radio. For those that don't know, I've worked in radio since I was 19, 20 years old. And I listened to radio when I was a teenager, and that's how I got in the radio stations and got on the air like I am now and have become a broadcaster. So there's nothing wrong with becoming a full-time vlogger, which is a controversial thing in some circles.
Who doesn't want to make money going to Disney World?
Going to Disney World every day.
That's like the ultimate.
That's crazy. I mean, that's a cool thing.
I would love to be able to do that.
Like I, you know, what I do for a living is talk on the radio. I mean, people find it hard to believe that that's an actual job, and it is. I know it's crazy. But so there's a controversy about that. A lot of people don't like the idea of vloggers making a living. And sometimes I feel there's a lot of competition among the vloggers that are trying to do this for a living.
I think there definitely is. And when we first started vlogging, I remember we did a show on this and I said, oh, it's not competitive. There's enough for everybody.
There's not.
I was wrong. It's very competitive, and it might not be something people talk about. And other vloggers hang out with each other, and we hang out with some too, and we're all friendly, and it's a nice community. But there is still a level of competition there, I think, underlining. Yeah. And I'm not saying it ruins the friendship. I'm not saying it gets in the way. But I've heard stories, and sometimes it does ruin the friendship, and sometimes it does get in the way, and sometimes egos get hurt, and there are people that...
Sometimes you can see it.
And sometimes you can see it. There are people that say... two people met or whatever, and they start at the same time and this and that, and one channel surpasses the other. Yeah. The other person might be, well, what am I doing wrong? Why, you know, there can be some bad feelings in there. So, you know, it's just curious to me when when a new thing starts at the park and you have 30, 40 vloggers there the same day doing the same thing. Yeah. And to me, that seems like a detriment to them because you might have 10 or 15 vloggers you really love that you watch. Yeah. And after you're going to watch 15 Mickey Railway videos. Well, maybe you are. I don't know.
Here's the thing too, you know, about vlogging that I've noticed that happens to people, including myself. Okay. When you're vlogging like we do, when you're a vlogger and you're watching a lot of vlogs, you can have a tendency to do what other people are doing because you feel...
It's hard to be original sometimes.
Like in radio, I don't listen to a lot... I'm on the radio in Morning Drive, and there's over 30 radio stations on at the same time in the market, really over 40 in the market. I don't think about any of them when I'm on the air. And I don't listen to a lot of radio when I'm not on the air because... And I'll tell this to Kathy all the time. I don't listen to other radio shows that often because I don't want to be influenced to do on the air what somebody else is doing.
Right.
So I kind of avoid
it. Right.
So yeah, exactly. Because sometimes I used to listen to a lot of radio, and sometimes I would catch myself So I'll listen to somebody on the air talking about something, and I'll say to myself, you know what, I was going to talk about that, but I heard them talk about it. Now I don't want to do it because people think I'm copying them.
Right.
I think there's competition among the vloggers that are either doing it for a living or trying to do it for a living.
They want to get the subs and the views, which we all do, but when you're making a living at it, I think you feel more pressure to build it as quickly as possible. It can be very lucrative, but you have to get to a certain level to really have the money starting to come in on a regular basis. But and that's fine. I'm not knocking that at all. Like I said, I wish I could do that and just go to Disney and make a good living at that, but that's just not the way it is right now. I mean, that'd be amazing. But you're right. I think people, and people that vlog, they watch every vlogger I've ever talked to, they watch other vloggers.
Of
lot
course,
of them. They know who everybody is.
That may be why they got in it.
They watch everybody's channel, and they're very aware of what other people are doing. And that might be a bad thing because, like you said, you feel pressure to be at the opening of that ride, or you feel pressure to go try that cupcake and get it on video or that whatever.
At Disneyland, I watch Disneyland vloggers too. And there's only about half a dozen. Okay?
Not nearly as many as Disney World.
There's really only about half a dozen. And I can't tell you all of them, but there is
Justin
Scar,
Best Life and Beyond.
They're awesome.
Fresh Baked.
Who's that couple that do the food
vlogs?
Provost Parks, who I just kind of recently discovered. Right. There's another great couple. I was just watching them that do
Magical Journeys.
They do mostly food at Disneyland.
Theirs is good.
And then I
think that's the name of it.
And then there's one or two others. You know what I mean? And that's about it. So there's not the competition at Disneyland that you have at Walt Disney World.
No, it's not as saturated there.
No,
they just have the two really. They have the one park and then the California Adventure.
There's not as much to do there.
And we have Universal.
And how many?
Of course, they have Universal.
How many hotels do we have and everything?
Yeah, I mean there is so much to vlog. But
what thing I wonder too. This is a thing. Well, I shouldn't say wonder. I think I kind of know this, not because someone's told me, but I get this feeling watching. I'm not going to mention anyone's name in a negative way. Okay.
No,
but there are some vloggers that are doing it full time. Okay, that's all they do. I don't think they like the other vloggers that are like hobbyists, so to speak, like we are, people trying to make it. I think they feel we're encroaching on their space a little bit because they're trying to do this full time.
Well, like I said, when I first started it, I didn't think there was like competition, but there really is, because when you have 30 people vlogging the same thing, people are busy, they have jobs, they have lives. They're not going to be able to sit around and watch 30 of their favorite vloggers covering the same topic. They're going to pick maybe 2 or 3 and see. Now, like, for example, there's one vlogger I really like. He does WDW 4K. He's relatively new, but his channel's really growing fast. He doesn't talk. He doesn't have music. He shoots everything in 4K, and it's really
I saw him at Epcot.
Amazing quality. Like, he did. If you want to see a parade, you want to go to his channel. Rides, parades is the best picture quality I've ever seen. He's amazing. Yeah. So when there's a POV or a parade, I just go to him. And he's the first one I watch. Yeah. And then I might watch a handful. But like if there's like a Halloween parade recorded, or like a new ride, I might watch 2 or 3 and that's it. I still have other vloggers I like, but I'm not going to sit and watch 30 of them. You know what I mean?
There's
so maybe the topics are oversaturated instead of just the vloggers. Maybe it's that what they're covering is oversaturated.
Yeah, and I'll tell you again, I watch so many people. I hate to even mention names. Now, live streaming's different. Okay, let me tell you who I watch on live streaming. Okay, I watch, of course, Resort TV 1, that crazy Disney lady, and our great friends Corey and his family.
Yeah, Living in Diz.
They're
awesome.
Okay. Those are I can't think of any, and they
there's Touring the Galaxy. Well, they're good.
Yeah, but those 3 I watch most of the time.
Right. And I watch Touring the Galaxy too.
Okay, and the reason I watch
Fearsome Emporium with Genevieve.
Yeah, Genevieve. The reason I watch them is because I feel like they're taking me to the park with them. I'm enjoying it, and it's actually
in real time.
And this is a crazy thing. Like I was watching this twice this week. I was watching Resort TV 1, and then I was watching that crazy Disney lady, right? And by the way, if you don't know, I'm sure these are their channel names we're using.
But when you say watch, because Brian does, we say you work. Brian doesn't watch the whole stream. He doesn't sit
I
down
don't.
for 6
No,
hours. He watches like 15 minutes.
no.
He really is
And
busy.
and I was
He'll watch like 10,
I
15
was
minutes at a time.
watching Resort TV One, and they were in line for something, and then like later on, I wasn't watching the streams live either. I was watching them after they'd been up there. I was watching
Yeah,
Resort TV
bits
One
and
for a while. They
pieces.
were in line, and then I'm watching that crazy Disney lady. She's in line. I'm watching her in line for like 20 minutes, and I was saying to myself, I mean, I can't believe I'm not bored watching them in line, but when I'm in line, I'm bored to death.
Isn't that
So it's
funny?
so weird, isn't it, when you
Yeah,
watch the live streams? But
yeah. It's fun.
the live streams to watch are a little different. What I'm talking about is there's certainly no there's with the live streams, I don't have that oversaturated feeling because it's completely different all the time. Even if that crazy Disney lady in Resort TV One and Living in Diz all did streams on the last day, the last show of that Disney,
The Star Wars.
the Disney Hollywood Studios Star Wars show
Right.
that they do on the stage that they took away. I watched all three of their streams on that. And that's different because it's something you're watching live. There's different things. There's different they're moving around, and
Different angles, different
somebody's
perspectives.
they walk over here to get coffee, or somebody might go over here to see this other attraction. When there's the Mickey's Runaway Railway
It's the same
vlogs,
thing.
everybody, okay, I'm here. It's 5 a.m. I'm in line. The gates just opened. Okay, there's the neon. We're walking in. Here's the theater. I haven't been in here since the Great Movie Ride. We're on, and then we see the whole thing again. There's a sameness to that.
There's a sameness.
With the live streams, there's less of a sameness because there's so many different things happening live, and it's unedited and unpredictable.
The live streams are interactive. They
Yes,
talk to you.
You're in the chat.
You're in the chat. You
Yeah.
talk to other people.
Yeah.
You make friends with people. The live streamer talks to you. It's in real time if you watch it live. And you really do feel like you're in the park with them, but you don't have to. But you're sitting on your couch eating popcorn. You don't have to like sit and stand in a line for 2 hours or whatever. And you get on the ride. I like live streams. It's a lot of fun. I do like vlogs. So I'm not saying. So maybe my question is, maybe the oversaturation is not.
It's when something
with
fresh
the number
opens.
of vloggers. Maybe it's the topic. Maybe there's too much of one topic at a time. Whenever we watch JoJo, we love him. He did a video on it, which I'm not. It's their right to do. And I like their videos.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to watch 20 videos of the same thing on this. I might watch them eventually.
This was an interesting thing
with
when Toy Story Land opened. Everybody went to Toy Story Land, okay? But I remember Justin Scard did not go to Toy Story Land
for a long time.
For many, many months, if not close to a year.
Because you know what, Brian, if you're
really, he knew what because I think he didn't go because of oversaturation. He wanted to go later.
And he didn't go to the railway either.
No, he did not. He was just in town.
If you're a real fan of somebody, you will watch their video on that topic because you want to see their perspective. So your subscribers will watch your videos whenever you do them because they like you, but you don't. But should you feel the need to like do it that day with everybody else?
Here's the thing.
Like I said, maybe it's not a good idea.
I saw this with one person. Not one person. It was three people that were part of one vlog that I've never seen. Okay, I saw them vlogging when I went to the grand opening of Galaxy's Edge in Orlando. And there's something that I realized then. This is when I start to think about this. Some people vlog or live stream because it's fun and they enjoy it. Even people that do it for a living, there are people that do it for a living that go 3, 4, 5 times a week that love it. I can't wait. I'm waking up. I'm going to Disney. That's, But then there were, and this doesn't just go for Disney. This goes for any type of vlogging. There are some people that vlog just to vlog because they feel obligated. And I was at the Droid Factory opening day of Disney's Hollywood Studios, and there was these 3 vloggers that were all with one vlog. I saw them around the park. I didn't recognize them. I have seen them online once or twice. I don't know who the name of their channel is. And they were in the Droid Factory, and they were going through it so fast, lightning speed, because they were trying to get everything in Galaxy's Edge that day. And you could tell they didn't care about building the droid.
No,
they were building the droid just to vlog it so they could get it online.
Right.
They
might
weren't
not
enjoying
even have cared about Star Wars.
I don't know. They certainly were not enjoying building the droid. And for me, I went with our daughter. We're in it's cost a lot of money. I mean, I call, remember she did a BB droid. I called it BBC Note because it cost $100.
And it's
you
sitting
know,
on our bookshelf collecting dust.
And I know when it's not falling.
It looks cool.
It does look cool, and sometimes it works without falling apart. But it's cool.
I would recommend not getting the BB-8 if you have kids because it comes apart all the time.
But when I saw these 3 people with one vlog doing the droids, they were running through the place, and they were just trying to get this angle and get that angle, and they got it done. They got this droid They picked out the pieces without thought. They put the thing together faster than anyone else.
See, to me, that's
and then they got out, and then I saw them vlogging something outside at where the land speeders are. So there's a point where people people are vlogging to just vlog because they feel they need to have that content, and that. I don't know if you pick that up watching people, because I never saw their vlog of the Droid Factory. I didn't get their name. I wanted to ask them their name, but they were moving so fast I couldn't ask them what the name of their channel was, and they were gone. But I wanted to see the video to see if it looked like on television when I was watching it on our TV on YouTube, what it looked like when they were filming it, like they were just vlogging it to vlog it, that there was no fun involved.
But there could be a place for that. There are channels like Disney Food Blog where it's more informational and it is more business-like, and they don't even have people on their videos. It's all B-roll, and AJ voices it over, which is good. And I love their videos. They're very informational, but I feel when they go to the park, it's not to have a good time. It's to get B-roll and to get the information and get the images they need.
I was at Epcot a couple weeks ago.
Which is fine.
For the at the art festival at Epcot, and I saw Disney Food Blog. Okay, the Flu Vlog. Yeah.
The Flu Blog.
The Flu Vlog. No, I saw Disney Food Blog vlogging. It's a tongue twister.
How'd you know it was them?
Because I saw the video after I saw this, okay? And I saw there were 2 people, they were vlogging, and they had gotten food from one of the things.
They just filmed B-roll.
And they caught my attention because they had very expensive camera equipment with stabilizers and everything, and when they were filming, they weren't talking, okay? Yeah. And I thought, that's interesting. They're not talking. Those cameras are as much as some people's cars, the equipment they had. They had very expensive stabilizers, not stuff you're just buying at Best Buy. I mean, it was very expensive stuff.
Yeah.
And later I saw the vlog on YouTube,
and they have really good videos.
And I got to tell you, even though it was obviously they were doing a professional video because of the equipment, and I didn't see them, they weren't talking or anything while they were filming. They were still cool and casual and having a good time together and socializing with each other. It was they were talking to each other and stuff. This team of 3, it was 2 guys and a woman that I saw at the Droid Factory. Okay. Will this piece fit? Will this piece fit? Okay. We got the droid together. Let's go. We got to go. That's no fun. No. And that's when people, when they're vlogging just to vlog, that's when it's, like you said, it's too much business. It's not fun, and people are going, like, how the opening day of things is fun to experience, though. Mm-hmm. When you go to the opening, the only thing I've done opening day is Galaxy's Edge in Orlando, and that was a great experience.
Do you think there's pressure? I know we're running longer than usual, but let me ask you, do you think there's pressure on vloggers? Do you think that their viewers, if they don't cover certain things, are like, well, why aren't you covering this? Like, if you have subscribers, do you think there's people that subscribe to your channel that are like, well, why didn't you record? Why didn't you go to the opening of Skyliner? Why didn't you? You have to understand, when you subscribe to channels, not everybody lives there and can do this full time. I think viewers understand that, though. I think they get it, that people can't go all the time. Like, we watch Disney in Detail. Victoria, she lives in the UK. She goes like 4 times a year.
The vlogs she has up now are from December. New vlogs.
So she doesn't do anything in real time. So why do vloggers that live there feel the need to just race to get it online? I mean, she's got almost 20,000 subs.
Competition for views and subs.
Well, to me, that's not always good for content.
The Skyway,
it's a little thoughtless sometimes.
The other thing,
you know what I mean? It's not well thought out. It's just like, boom, let's get up there and move on.
I was going to go to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway today, and I got a lot of work I got to do, and yesterday I said to myself, okay, I can go. I'd have to leave about 2 a.m. to get there at 5. And I had a decision. It was really Thursday I started thinking about this. I was telling you, I said, you know what? I can go Saturday, but I'm going to have to kill myself at work today and Friday to have the day free to go do it.
Just to get this video up of this new ride. 100. There's already 50 already.
I did the same thing with the opening of the Skyliner. I was going to go up for the opening day of the Skyliner, which I could have done, and parks are 2.5 hours from us. I didn't go because everyone's covering it. So I
Right.
went.
Exactly.
I went a few weeks later, and you know what?
I
It's
think it's
fine.
okay.
I
I
would.
think it's okay.
Yeah, I would rather wait and go and enjoy it than rush to be there.
Exactly.
And some of the vloggers I know feel obligated. Okay, the Skyliner's opening today. I got it. Like I remember when the week the Skyliner opened, there's another great vlogger. Corey Meets World.
Mhm.
Okay, he got there a day earlier.
He does live streams too.
He does live streams and he also does vlogs. Corey
Mhm.
Meets World, very good. He and his wife. It's mostly him, but his wife is with him a lot of times too. Very good.
I think her name's
vlogger.
Stephanie. Yeah.
And he got in a day or two early to ride the Skyliner. He was with JoJo because JoJo works there, and he got him in.
I watched that vlog.
And he did a live stream, and it was the first time I'd seen the Skyliner in action. It was pretty cool. And he went there before work that day. I don't know what Corey does for a living. He's got a regular job, but you know, he rushed there to get to the park before work, and then he's got to work all day. If a vlogger can't make it to something on the opening day or the opening month, it's okay. There's a lot of you talk about.
I think they feel pressure, or do you think he just really loves it and was so excited?
It could be a mix. It could be a mix. There's 2 vloggers we watch out of the UK. We watch Victoria, okay, Disney in Detail.
L&R Dreaming.
L&R Dreaming are very good. Okay, they go to all the parks around the world, mostly Orlando.
Yeah, they
live in the UK.
place, yeah.
And their vlogs are great. And they're putting up their new vlogs this week are also like they're from December.
Yeah.
So they're and they have a lot of subs, just like Disney in Detail has a lot of subs. You don't have to be at the park when something first opens to have a lot of subs.
Your fans will watch your vlog anyway because, like Brian and me, they want to see you enjoy it. They want to see. It's not so much about I got to see this. Like I watch the 4K WDW for parades and all this stuff. He's the main guy I go to for rides and parades because his video quality is the best. And I'll watch it, and then I watched Attractions Magazine. They have good videos too. I watch a handful if there's a new ride or something, and that's about it. I'm not going to watch everybody's if it's all at once. It's too much at one time. I'll get to it later, and I might watch it a couple weeks later, this and that. So I don't think they need to feel like a rush, like they have to do it. But then they might feel pressure, like, well, my subs are going to be like, well, why am I not there? I live here. They'll be like, well, you live there. You should be there. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder if people, I'd like to know what you guys think.
A lot of it, yeah. Like another one was just recently, they had the new barbecue restaurant open up in the American Pavilion at Epcot.
They all went there.
And
like
right
away.
The only Orlando resident vlogger that didn't go there really right at the opening was Braden from Mickey Views.
Yeah, he just went there the other day.
He went there a few days. It was very casual. Just walked over there. He did a live stream, and it was good.
It was good
because he wasn't pressured. He was relaxed and chill.
It's more thoughtful that way. You can take your time. And I feel when everybody rushes, and I don't mean to insult any vloggers at all. I love all you guys, but when everybody
we're trying to take the pressure off of you guys.
When everybody rushes to do it that day, it's sometimes just feels insincere. Like you're just doing it to do it on the first day.
Like the Droid Factory
and
people.
Get it in. And instead of doing it on your own time and when you can really enjoy the whole process and everything. And that's just the way it is.
I'll tell you a big one with this is I have seen many vloggers go and do the lightsaber build in Galaxy's Edge, which costs $200.
Yeah.
I've not done the lightsaber build.
Even though our daughter wants to
wants to do it. We'll do it eventually. But the lightsaber build, and I don't know what people's finances are, but $200 is a lot of money to anyone. I think most people,
except the trackers.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
He blew $2,000 on a sweater. He could buy 10 lightsabers and not even blink.
Nothing. Got 10. Got a whole. He's like. We
love the trackers.
He's like I forgot the name of the. He's like General Grievous in the Clone Wars. He lifts up his robe, and he's got
like 4 of them. He's got 4 spinning exactly.
He's got all the lightsabers in his clothes. But anyway, no, we're kidding. We love the Tim Tracker.
We do. We love the Tim Tracker.
But a lot of.
It's true though. They got that kind of money.
But I've seen a lot of vloggers go and do the lightsaber build because they feel obligated to do the lightsaber build.
Don't feel obligated.
And a lot of these people, $200 has got to be, a lot of money. You know what I mean? So to go spend $200 on a lightsaber build just so I've got the vlog of the lightsaber build.
I'm sure most of them do it because they want one, but I'm sure there are some that do it because they feel they have to do it and they feel a little
obligated
sense
to the
of
viewers.
obligation
Don't
or
they shouldn't feel that way.
No, and not everybody has to rush to get everything on the opening day. I mean, if I like you and I watch your channel and I'm a subscriber, but see, they do it for the views. They do it to try to find new people because people are going to go on YouTube and they're going to search Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway and all these, and whoever gets it up there first
gets the view.
Is going to get the views. So when you try to get it up on opening day, there's a part of the vlogger that's like, I'm going to get a lot of views for this. Of course, that's okay. That's human nature. And that's what I mean, why do it if nobody's watching? Well, and you can get new people to come in.
So the question is,
it's a balance. It's a balance.
As we wind down here and respond in the comments
along here today
are there too many Disney vloggers? Yes.
Are there too many, or are their topics oversaturated? Are too many covering the same things?
Another thing to comment on is
it getting tedious to watch?
Are the vloggers stressing themselves out to get the content of the new things up online, and should they not be so stressed out and not feel so obligated to be at Mickey and Minnie's Railway on opening day?
So we have a lot of questions that we want you guys
answer them all in the comments.
Yeah, just tell us what you think. Maybe you totally disagree with us, which is fine too. Maybe the more the merrier. You love it when they're there on the first day and you'll watch 50 vlogs all day long and whatever. But we really want to know what you guys think. It's something we talk about on our own. And let me tell you, if you're, vloggers, they talk about this stuff in their private too. I guarantee you. It's, maybe they're just afraid to talk about it publicly, but we're not trying to offend anybody. We love all you guys, but I think it's a genuine topic that is okay to discuss. I mean, I think we're all adults here. So tell us what you guys think. We really appreciate it. I had somebody message me this morning on Instagram that listens to our podcast in the car with her dad, and that was so nice to hear. So you can message us through Instagram. We're Main Street Moments on Instagram. Join our Facebook group. Message us anytime. Tell us what you think. Leave a comment. We really, really like to hear from you guys. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you guys in the parks.